welcome to Fight Scene. Boy, did we have an episode today.
We have got so much to talk about. UFC 324, UFC 325, and then UFC 323, which is obviously this weekend. So we'll start off with the fight announcements, which obviously happened. I think it was last week, Friday now. First off, I'm trying to think now. What's the main one that got announced for 324?
Gaethje Paddy.
Yes. Okay. Sorry.
Nunes and Harrison.
Okay. So Gaethje Paddy, what are our thoughts on that? Because I don't know what's going on there. Why? I don't think it should be for an interim. I think it should just be a number one contender title fight. But what do you think?
I told you who was getting the title shots. I said it for I think a year and a half. Gaethje was always getting the title shots, and he is. Interesting.
A title shot is interim. Like it's an interim.
Yeah, but I mean, Topuria is nowhere right now, so.
Should he have vacated? That's the question. Should he have vacated? If
he had to, because he can't fight until like next year.
He didn't vacate.
Interim. He hasn't vacated.
Interim, yeah. It's not a vacate.
Yeah, okay, but it's not vacate, but you can't. There's a reason they're having an interim now. Like he can't fight.
But that's what I'm saying. He should he have vacated and made this for the unanimous between Paddy and Gaethje.
Yeah, I don't know. It depends. Like, I mean, Khamzat is only going to fight after Ramadan. So I imagine Topuria will only be then afterwards as well. So, like, probably not, yeah.
All righty. Well, how do we see it going, Paddy versus Gaethje? I've seen a lot of folks saying Paddy's going to just, run through Gaethje, no worries.
Paddy's going to run through Gaethje?
I've heard that. I've seen that a lot.
Bro. Dude, I'm so sick of this Paddy hype train, bro. It's always like Paddy's going to run through this guy. Paddy going to run through that. Dude, Paddy ain't going to run through anyone, bro. Okay, I reckon Gaethje's gonna lay it on him and fuck him up. Bro.
His best one is Michael Chandler. Like,
exactly.
I think Gaethje's gonna crack him here. I think Gaethje's gonna find his chin big time. And I reckon as much as Gaethje doesn't like wrestling, I think he's got enough to stop Paddy from getting him to the ground.
Dude, he does. Remember, he used to be the All-American wrestler before he used to throw hands, so he definitely can.
Well, his body rejects wrestling now.
No, Eddie Alvarez. But yeah, dude, I don't know. It's a bit of a weird fight. Like, I guess it's just happening. What do you guys think about like Arman just like kind of cheers, buddy? Hey, what's up with that? I mean, honestly, the lightweight division right now is crazy. Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Well, yeah. Like I said, the lightweight division is just like absolutely crazy right now.
No, it's ridiculous. It's tough to decide who gets one. But yeah, Arman is just getting that treatment though. And to be honest,
folks who are inactive like that deserve the worst treatment. I'm sorry.
Okay, but like he wasn't actually inactive. He just fought. He literally just fought. And then
before that, he took his last fight was UFC 317, which was 500 days ago. Like,
yeah,
he can't be that inactive.
I don't know.
Sorry.
I don't know, dude. It's pretty outrageous. I will say, like, to be honest, like, I'm pretty happy that he's getting fucked over because I don't like him. But like, I will still be non-biased and say it's pretty crazy, like, what's happened.
But think about it. It's the same thing that's just happened to Movsar Evloev. Like, he's been inactive, so he got skipped for the title shot by Lopes. It happens, and it's good that it happens.
My God.
Yeah. But then let's move on to Amanda Nunes versus Kayla Harrison. We spoke about this in one of the episodes. Robbie, I'm pretty sure you mentioned that it was the biggest women's fight you could put on at the moment. And it is bigger than Zhang Weili versus Shevchenko for sure. And honestly, I don't think this is a clear Harrison.
No, that's the one thing that's the thing. In every other matchup, I would say Harrison would win. Harrison will just win. But Nunes, I mean, she is obviously coming out of retirement, but she is known as like the bantam or it's the big woman goat, basically. Like, I don't know if the bantamweight is still even a thing, but she used to be up there. So I think it's going to be a sick fight.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably the biggest women's fight of all time, and like not even like close to anything else. Maybe Ronda Rousey, Holly Holm.
Yeah,
but I think this one is more anticipated, and it's going to be more of a tighter contest with two bigger like characters in the female division. You know what I mean? Like, this is Kayla Harrison, Amanda Nunes. This is like the fight that we are tuning in for, even. You know what I mean? We're like, okay, this is going to be a banger. So
thoughts on who might win this one?
Sure. I would have to say like just Harrison by decision.
Oh, really? I don't reckon by lay and pray.
It depends the cardio though, because it depends how good Nunes comes when she's back. Like I don't know, she could have been just not actually training.
I just feel like her hands might be a bit too much for Kayla Harrison on the feet. Like, I don't know. I feel like Kayla Harrison on the ground is actually so dominant. She's probably so heavy as well. So that is definitely a worry if the fight gets down there. But on the feet, I don't know. Amanda Nunes is dangerous.
It's hard. She does hit hard.
Like, think about like what she did to Juliana Pena, bro.
Yeah, she decimated her. I think it's a case of like this: if Amanda Nunes comes in like she has been training in her like off season, and she comes in looking sharp, she could probably pull it off against Kayla. But if she has just been like going like maybe the McGregor route, where just like living lavishly, like relaxing,
I feel like
all that stuff.
He has though, bro.
I don't know.
I feel like she's coming out of retirement. She hasn't been training, and that she's just come because it's a super fight and she could make money. But
Yeah, massive payday.
I mean,
she could just get decimated.
She could start training again now, and she still has like 2 months. So like, she's pretty good on that.
And then we move on to. I don't really need to ask who Robbie thinks is going to win this matchup, but it's Sean O'Malley against Song Yadong. So I'm going to skip Robbie for now because I just know where his head is at.
I'm sure you will have the same answer too. I mean, I don't doubt you guys. Like, come on.
Go ahead. Talk to me.
Yeah, I think banger fight for sure. As a more neutral sort of fan, you know what I mean? But I mean, when was Sean? Sean hasn't fought since Marab, right? So he's 0-2 in his last 2. But I think O'Malley is pretty good. You know what I mean? Like, I think that Marab is just a beast, and he's been like undershadowed or overshadowed rather in that bantamweight division. I still think he's a threat. You know, I still think that he's probably gonna beat Song Yadong. But that's just my personal opinion.
Okay, Robbie, let's hear it. Let's hear it. Sugar by round.
Blaze Fest incoming. Blaze Fest.
Like, there is no need to even, it's Sugar in one, like, completely. It just is. You hear Sugar was asking for 3-minute rounds and only 2 of them. He said there's no point in like giving like so much. He wants shorter rounds so he can just put people out and then it's done.
Yeah.
So, but no, Song Yadong is it's a cool matchup because they're both young like strikers. But there's no chance for poor Song. I hope his family doesn't come to watch.
Well, I mean, I think it's going to be decently close. But yeah, I will have to agree. I do think the Sugar Show is going to take the win.
The Sugar Show is real.
I don't know if he'll knock him out though. To be honest, Song Yadong.
No, I don't know about that one
pretty
either.
durable.
You could definitely just outpoint him.
And then we've got a heavyweight bout, which I think is the worst matchmaking ever, which is Waldo Cortez Acosta against Derek Lewis. And I'll tell you why I think it's the worst matchmaking ever, is because they've just fed another prospect and Derek Lewis is going to knock his fucking lights out, dude. That's all Derek Lewis does. And he's going to knock Salsa Boy's lights out, bro. I'm telling you.
You reckon?
Bro, think about it. If Ante Delija could TKO him after an eye poke, if Shamil Gaziev could land a couple big hands on him, Derek Lewis just spams overhands and knocks out prospects. That's all he does.
Robbie, what do you have to say about that?
Yeah, I don't know. Cortez Acosta has quite a lot of hype at the moment, and you have to wonder. Derek Lewis has to leave the top of heavyweight rankings at some point. He has been around for so long, and he's like not fighting for the belt, and he's not like losing to the prospects, but he loses against the big guys. So it's like. It's a tough one. Cortez Acosta does look like a fit heavyweight though, so he's not one of those bad oaks who just stood on top of you. Like he's actually got a bit of a 6-pack on top of his belly, but we'll see.
Dude, I backed the Black Beast, bro. Simple as that, dude.
That's what I'm
Derek
saying.
Ain't here to play, bro. He ain't here to play. He's looking for a paycheck, bro. He's looking for a fight of the night bonus. I gotta back my boy. Yeah,
dude.
Boys.
Derek Lewis has made me so much money because they always make him such a big underdog, and he just wins it in one. He just does it. He just against prospects who. The only difference I will say here is his last fight was against Taliesin Teixeira, who hadn't faced top level competition. Waldo Cortez Acosta has faced top level competition in the heavyweight division. Obviously not Shamil Gaziev because the Blob is just not really the best. But a knockout of Ante Delija is a pretty well-aged one. I mean, that's a former PFL champ. So I think it's going to be competitive, but I can't bet against Derek Lewis. That's my boy. I just won't do it.
No, yeah, I wasn't going to say like Cortez Acosta, I think, will win. I just think it's going to be an interesting one. I think it can go both ways. Like, you wouldn't be surprised if you saw. I definitely know what should be a finish, 100%.
I agree.
I think someone's having the ref having to intervene, and I don't think it's a sub. When last was like a heavyweight like submission, like of a big boy, like a choke? Because
the last one I can think of off the top of my head is like Aspinall choke against Arlovski.
Yeah, I mean, Walter Walker is
Walter Walker. That wasn't a choke.
But yeah, that's not a choke though. Yeah,
the top though, there hasn't been many.
No, I mean, Garn Jones, I guess, was also one that comes.
That was the last, I'd say, like big choke.
Yeah. What's his name? Derek Razor Blades, bro. He's got a couple of them, huh?
Yeah. But no, you just don't see it very often in the heavyweights. They just like to hit each other in the face.
Yeah, no, it's lekker. I love it. And I think this is going to be a similar matchup to that. And before that, we have another great matchup, which is Arnold Allen against Gene Silver. That is a good
That's
fight.
A violent matchup.
That is violence. I don't know. Was Arnold Allen's last fight the one against Dan Hooker, or has he had
Didn't he fight Evloev?
Yeah, yes, he did.
Yeah. And he lost.
He hasn't fought in a while. So it'll be interesting to see how he is, with the ring rust.
I mean, Gene Silver's coming off it's never a fraud check against Diego Lopes, but I mean his first loss in the UFC. But I still think Gene Silver's like so legit anyway. I mean, I'd probably lean towards him in this matchup, even though Arnold Allen is hard to put away. But I think he does something special.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think Gene Silver is like way too lethal, bro. Like this guy. At one point in time, you probably see him being a UFC champion. You know what I mean? Brendan not bad. Of course he's not, but like
Brendan
Allen. Arnold Allen, sorry. He will just end up overwhelming him.
Yeah, it's weird. I just see I can see Gene Silver knocking him out. I just can't see that clear of a path to victory for Arnold Allen as much as I see a Gene Silver on.
I was gonna say now, I think Gene Silver is so good, and it's he doesn't lose to many besides for Diego Lopes and that sort of higher level. I think Arnold Allen is so good, but this isn't a favorable matchup for him against someone like Gene Silver, who's good. The thing is Arnold Allen can be aggressive, like you've seen in the Dan Hooker thing, but he can also get caught when he gets aggressive, and obviously Gene Silver is very, very wild. So I think it is going to be a tough one for Arnold Allen. I agree with you, because I also have to lean towards.
I do actually really like Arnold Allen, though. He's really funny. I've seen quite a few clips of him over the years of him saying some hilarious things. So it's not really. You can say it's not a biased pick for Gene Silver, because I support my boy Diego. There's only one Brazilian in featherweights.
There's only one, bro, the GOAT. The GOAT, Diego Lopes. But I mean, that basically wraps it up for UFC 324 for the main fights there. And then we can obviously talk about the UFC 325 main event. We've mentioned his name many, many times, but it's Alexander Volkanovski against the GOAT, Diego Lopes. The rematch, not many are stoked about this rematch. A lot of people are super, super undeserving, and we need cooler matchups. What about Evloev? What about Murphy? I'll say before I throw it to you, Oaks, I'm glad it didn't go to Evloev. Inactivity for me should never, ever be rewarded. I hate it. It pisses me off. Oaks must fight. And then Lerone Murphy, he could have had a shout for getting in there. But Diego Lopes is one of the most active fighters. He's fought 5 more times than Evloev since their fight happened all those years ago. So I'm not mad at it. I think he is one of the best in featherweight, and I think he's going to beat Volk this time.
Yeah, and I think a Gene Silver knockout win is more than deserving of a title shot. Lerone was against who did Lerone knock out?
Aaron Pico, when he flatlined.
It was a sick finish. It was a sick finish.
It was sick, but at the same time, it could be a PFL bum that we're looking at.
Exactly. It doesn't hold the same weight as a Gene Silver knockout.
But I do understand why they're annoyed. But then if you're annoyed, then just book Murphy, Evloev, or I mean, there's even Eljo in there. I saw he's been a little bit annoyed.
But rumor has it that if Volk wins, then that's tickets. Then he's going to retire.
I think even if he loses,
I think either way.
Well, sorry, either way, yeah. But point is, like,
odds,
we can't have that matchup now of Volk versus like Lerone Murphy or Evloev. Like,
I mean, I think you never
does
know.
feel
Like Volk hasn't officially said it's going to be his last.
Yeah.
So it's like you never really know what he's thinking, what he's going to do. But I think it's a likelihood. And I think,
yeah, it's in Australia. It's not a bad time to like call it.
Yeah.
So, like, if he does it now, it means like Oaks forget about that Islam Topuria thing. Kind of, you don't want to add more losses to that. So if he beats Lopez, like, well, I would call it there. I mean, you don't want to actually fight undefeated Evloev and Murphy. I don't think that's like risky, and they know names, so that's not even going to be like big dosh. So.
but how do you guys see the fight going now? Because I think Lopez can maybe have enough to beat him this time, but at the same time, it is still Volk, you know.
That's so good. When it's 5 rounds, like 25 minutes of fighting, you got to put him away because you're not like only Islam's beaten him by decision, and that was like so close. So it's
and Topuria.
well, that wasn't
not by decision.
He starched him, unfortunately.
But yeah, I agree, bro. Like if you're gonna go the full 5 rounds of Volk, it's not likely you're gonna win. Like look at Holloway, he did it 3 times.
Yeah, literally, and Holloway is one of the best points fighters around. But like,
so I think Lopez has got to potentially find the finish if he wants to win this one, which is not, you know, not the craziest thing to say. Volk's obviously been cracked a few times, and in their first match,
I mean, even in their first one, we saw that one like punch that got landed on Volk, and Volk was like,
where they like both like hooked each other.
Yeah, the iconic one.
And Lopez will chin that. I don't know if Volk will anymore at his age, but we'll see. It's such. I do hate the matchup because I do love Volk, but like I can never support go against Diego. Like,
do you also reckon this has a bit of like Stipe Ngannou 2 vibes to it, where like like you may have like outclassed me the first time, but like now I'm coming back and like, you know what I mean? It does feel like Volk's right at the tail end of his career. I think maybe Diego Lopez could lock in, bro. I think he really pass lights out.
He'll have a lot of confidence now, like coming off a knockout where he absorbed a lot of damage and then came back and knocked him out. And that's something that's actually like you figure out more and more the more you watch Lopez fight through. His chin is crazy. Like it's not the best thing to say. You know, you say you don't want to know a guy is known for having a good chin, but
he hasn't been finished in the UFC. It was just Evloev decision and Volk decision. I'm still like
Gene Silva almost got him though. Almost.
Yeah, I know.
Almost get him.
But like, I'm so surprised the matchup hasn't happened again, the Evloev Lopez rematch, because that's something that's destined to happen. But that's why I think if Lopez wins the belt, then they finally can get that matchup.
Yeah. Evloev's probably been ducking him. Like
honestly, because he knows he almost lost to him on like a 1-week notice debut. Like,
he'll get Lopez. I think I want. Like as much as I love Volk, I want Lopez to win the belt, and then I think Evloev versus Lopez rematch would be so sick for the belt, because Evloev would have to do more than just wrestle him. Like Lopez is good.
It's just,
I mean, I think it'll definitely be a banger. I think Lopez will turn it up though. I think he maybe learned a lot from his last fight with Volk. You know, he's got that hunger coming through. I don't know.
It's in Australia again, though, so absolute home ground for Volk. He's going to have huge support actually on that card. But yeah, it's going to be sick. It is a while away. That's in like Feb.
Yeah, it's 324 and 325 back to back.
Oh, is it weekend?
Yeah, literally back to back, which is quite crazy. And then we go to the Apex.
That means we probably starve for a week.
And then we go to Mexico after the Apex. But yeah. And then obviously this weekend, 323, we'll get into the main and co-main for that. Co-main is obviously Pantoja against Joshua Van, one of the sicker matchups in the flyweight division at the moment. I think this is going to be a sick matchup. Joshua Van, great prospect, young, hungry. Love watching that fight. Pantoja round 1 sub, eh?
Yeah.
Yep.
I was about to say Pantoja by sub, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, like I see a lot of hype for Joshua Van. Like
it will be cool to go into it in like round 1. They're gonna start on the feet, and like Van's gonna have good moments. Second round, Pantoja just give me those legs, give me on that.
Yeah,
and then he gets the belt again, and then he talks about He actually, I've been thinking if Merab beats Pereyan, and but no, then Sugar's next. Okay, in a world where Sugar wasn't next for the belt after Pereyan, I do want to see Pantoja Merab, just because. Who else?
That one, hey? I keep
don't
on seeing
think
that Pantoja's just not keen. He's just like, no,
I know
I
he's
don't really
actually
want that Merab smoke, bro.
No, he's not. And Merab doesn't want Volk smoke, so it's like all of them are.
Honestly, I feel like Pantoja would probably be quite small going up to bantamweight against Merab.
Yeah.
Like,
no, you would.
I think he's probably trying to chase the Demetrius Johnson legacy, so he doesn't move up.
The thing is, he's like beating everyone at flyweight. So like, it must become so boring unless he just keeps going and going.
It's just farming, right? It just keeps.
It's not like he's had any rematches yet in his title run.
I mean, he did have like.
Okay, besides, I guess his Moreno fight was
he has fought like the Brandons like 5 times. All of
they fought early in the careers as well.
And he's fought them all like back in the day as well. So it's tough. Not many lighties out there looking to be elite.
Yeah,
they
but
need
it's tough because you two go to, bro.
They need Mokaev. That's. That is genuinely
him, bro. Like, I don't see.
I'm sorry. That is if Van gets starched this weekend or whatever, and he gets choked. There's only one other contender. Who else in flyweight? Like, there's no one anymore. He's beaten them all.
And Manal Cup still got to fight for the.
Manal Cup has been around.
Manal
Cup lost to Mokaev.
Yeah. But then Cup Royval is happening, I think, literally after this weekend. The last card of the year is Royval Cup.
Okay.
But if Manel wins that one, then he probably will fight for the belt next.
Yeah.
Because he's coming off a win off Asu Amabayev before that as well. And then, I don't even know if it's worth talking about it because there's only really one way it's going. But Merab against Pereyan, the main event for this weekend.
Oh, wait, sorry. Just one thing. Cup has already lost to Pantoja, by the way.
Has he actually? Oh, my
God. Before in 2021. Oh, I told you, Pantoja's fought them all.
Yeah, he has. But, this weekend, Merab versus Yan. I mean, you can't pick against Merab. I presume you feel the same, eh?
Nah,
I want to see a different champ, so I'll probably always go against someone against Merab. But if I had to bet money, geez, I would never.
Nah, dude, I'm backing my boy. Petr Yan is gonna win the belt. He's gonna bring it all home. Okay, the prophecy is gonna fulfill itself. He is meant to be the bantamweight goat. Okay, everyone knows.
How is he gonna beat Merab? Please break it down for me.
Okay, he probably gave one of the better fights that we've seen. Okay, he defended like 50 out of 60 shots from Merab, if I remember. It was even better than that. It was like 55 out of 60. He just needs to translate that into some more damage afterwards, bro. Like, get away from the takedown, lay it on him, do whatever, okay? And then I think he can take it. Dude, Petr Yan is goated. I think he could pull something off, bro. Although, I will say, it is Merab, okay? I'm not blind. This guy's, if he wins this fight, he's probably the bantamweight goat. Undeniably. But still, I still back my boy. Okay? Back my boy. So I'm backing Petr Yan.
All right. Well, that's interesting. I mean, look, Petr Yan's obviously he's one of the better fighters who actually has a chance against Merab stylistically. Because obviously, fighters like Sugar have no chance. But yeah, no, I think Merab will win this one and cement himself as the bantamweight goat. Realistically, I can't see Petr Yan winning this one.
That's my guy, bro.
Yeah, Petr Yan's just gonna get held up against the fence and on the floor, and then he's gonna try a roll out of it, and Merab's just gonna hold on to him, and DC's gonna be like, "Wow, man, this guy's cardio is great," and they're gonna talk about it for the whole time how great his cardio is and how good he is, and then he's gonna do a weird celebration where he screams and Merab's out.
Okay. Can we talk about this? Can we actually talk about this? Are we buying into the Merab hype? Because I'm out, bro. I've had enough of it.
What do you mean buying into the hype, dude?
The hype is too late to buy now. Yeah, he's just the goat.
It's not hype. It's more so I'm bored of him, bro. This whole I'm gonna take you down, bro, and then I'm gonna let you get up and take you, dude. That's not winning. What is
I'm bored of Kamzat, and he hasn't even defended yet.
Yeah, that's true.
Doesn't matter. It's just he is.
Dude, I'm sorry. Oaks glaze Merab way too much, bro. Okay, off wins alone, probably the bantamweight goat, but This
Dude,
guy.
no, Toy, no, you
If you
acting like
look-
a casual right now, Toy, because did you watch Marab's last fight against Corey Sandhagen, bruh? That was not
Yeah, I
boring.
did. It was a good one. It was a good one. But my point is, Marab doesn't like do much to actually win. Like, yeah, okay, cool. He clipped him in the, was it round 2? He clipped him and he
on 4 or something.
round 4, whatever. Yeah, sorry, round 4. He clipped him and he dropped him, and like, dude, that looks cool, like sick. But he doesn't consistently do this. He's just taking you down. He'll like maybe go for a sub, and then you'll get out, and then let you get up, take you down.
I think Marab genuinely has one of the best win streaks I've ever seen in my life. John Dodson, Cody Sturman, Marias, Aldo, Jan, Cejudo, O'Malley, Umar, O'Malley, Sandhagen, Pereira next again. That is all the best fighters in bantamweights, like of the last 5 years.
Definitely. But I'm not arguing that he's not
Yeah.
the bantamweight or anything. I'm just saying, like, dude, does Marab even like really beat a guy? You know what I mean? Does he like really like? You look at him, you're like,
Well, he beat Sugar.
I mean, it's
He
not
made
like
Sugar
it's
bad,
close decisions. Like when he does win by decision, it's pretty clear and dominant anyway. But yeah, he isn't like the most coordinated oak to knock you out like Sugar would, you know, or like submit you like Eljo or someone would have when they were in bantamweight. Like that's what Eljo used to do as champ. But like Marab just dominates you for 25 minutes and out cardios you.
Yeah.
So
fair enough. I respect it. I do respect that.
Perian is skilled, but I don't know if, like, realistically, in my opinion, the only way Marab ever loses, and it's the only way he's really lost before, is getting his lights knocked out.
Yeah. If he gets completely.
And if you were to pick one bantamweight to do it, but
oh my God, there's no way.
Robbie, stop. Your goat has had his chance and he's been denied twice in dominant fashion. We watched it on DSTV now, on the phone, in the car, watched your boy get choked out.
that was AI.
Yo, so you could actually farm views of just me and Robbie talking about the bantamweight division, where honestly, just the most delusional takes of all time.
Sugar's up next.
Yeah.
If Pereyan wins and like Marab doesn't exist anymore, they are booking that rematch.
The two bantamweight goats, bro.
Exactly. And actually an entertaining matchup. Like the first fight was a banger.
Exactly.
I mean, Sugar Show did dominate him, but like it was a nice, cool matchup, you know.
Yeah, dude. Only thing I'm betting on in a Marab fight is like over under 70 takedowns, bro. You already know what everything else is gonna be. Okay. Not interested.
Yeah. And he never looks tired. 5th round, last minute. He's still on top of an oak, and that's the thing. I can almost see it in my head already. Wait, wasn't it Marab the last time he fought Jan was when he got the most takedowns in UFC history?
Yeah, it was something like that.
Okay, so what do you think he's gonna do when the belt's on the line this time?
Dude's gonna lock in, bro.
Jan's gonna lock in. And it's 25 minutes, not 15. So,
dude, I promise you, Jan has been training. Like, I've been chatting to him, bro. We've been talking, and he said he's been training fucked up, bro. So Marab stands no chance.
See a video of him training, doing his weight training. It looked pretty intense, bro.
Yeah, dude, he sent that one to me first, best. And I was like, yeah, I'll post, bro.
The thing is, the only way you get taken down that many times is if you get up that many times. So, I mean, there you go. He clearly gets up, but
there you go. But yeah, I mean, that basically wraps up everything that's happened or happening recently that we needed to talk about. I mean, it's taken a bit of time, but you know, the boys are busy these days. So
yeah, locked in.
Glad we eventually
got a big fixture tonight as well, you know.
Yeah, big time. Toy, are you playing tonight?
Nice, not.
Checkers, nah, bro. I didn't know.
But Mboma is playing tonight, so I need to save my FPL for you,
You know, I can beat Robbie if Mboma blanks.
Dude, I saw like it feels been pretty crazy.
Who do you have that would come and cover?
Dude, so you're on 49 points. You're on 49 points. I'm on 52. I get Trufford off the bench, which is an extra 4 points for 56. So if Mboma blanks and gets 2 points, I'll beat you.
Oh.
Did you always not Captain Haaland?
Robbie did. I didn't, bro. I obviously didn't. I'm an idiot.
3 points and you captaining Haaland, Robbie. You got like 12 points, dude.
My exit stinkers, dude. Guardiola conceded 4 goals to Fulham. Come on. Like, what's going on there?
Well, Alex, if you made it this far into the video, I hope you enjoyed the FPL chat at the end.
Real ones remember what the channel used to be.
Your was it behind the stats, bro?
Behind the stats. Yeah.
Right behind the stats, dude. Yo,
Yeah, I
crazy.
mean, look, let me end the recording there. Thank you, gents, for joining as always, and to everyone watching, we'll check you in the next one.
Yeah, thanks for having us.